praying that this baby stays in until Monday, the earliest. But we'll see what happens. You know, she'll come. She comes. Welcome to my 37-week pregnancy update. We have made it, I have made it to term, early term, but term all the same. And I've got a bit to update you on, and I'm not going to beat around the bush. It has been a week. So I am not feeling great. I am over it. I am over being pregnant. I do not want to be pregnant anymore, or potentially ever again. I woke up this morning just like a water balloon. I have just swollen up, like my hands and my face and my feet, like everything hurts from being swollen. So we've had rain overnight, and I don't know if it's the humidity or like the increased temperature, but I have just swollen up. You can probably see it all on my face. Ugh, it feels terrible. So my eyes are watery and I'm congested, and just warning you, this is probably going to be a moany, complainy update because I'm just done. I don't want to be pregnant anymore. I saw my midwife yesterday and everything checked out just fine. The baby's looking good. She has dropped, which is what I suspected. So her head's engaged. There was a day this week, don't ask me which day, can't remember, but I just woke up and I could barely walk, and I was so uncomfortable, and it was like that feeling of, like if you've been horse riding for a long time, that's what I imagine it would feel like. And that, coupled with the fact that my reflux kind of settled down over the last 3 days, made me a bit suspicious that maybe the baby had dropped. And yeah, she checked yesterday and her head's down low, and my fundal height was a lot lower, so my measurements were off because she's lower than she was before. So it's a good sign. It doesn't mean that labor is imminent or anything, but I mean, she's getting ready. Things are happening. I have had several nights this week where I woke up and thought, oh, is it starting? Because I've been woken up by a painful contraction. Or I've just been generally really uncomfortable, like woken up in the night feeling gross. And sometimes that can be the start of labor. So I have wondered that. Nothing has obviously happened yet. My body is just done though. Like, I'm really, really tired. I am waking up. I'm getting up minimum 3 times a night to use the bathroom, usually more. And that's probably because she's dropped so low. You might get rid of reflux, but then you need to pee all the time. So yeah, that's to be expected though. And I was watching my 37-week update with Annie, and like I was feeling exactly the same way at this stage, and I think very similar with Jack as well. So all of that is happening. I have been in crazy nesting mode. I have had a really sore back, and I talked about that in last week's update and how the chiropractor didn't resolve anything, unfortunately. But this week it got really bad. So, not yesterday, the day before, I thought it would be a great idea to refinish the doll's cot that I had as a little girl and give it to Annie for her birthday this weekend. And in my crazy pregnancy state, I just thought it would be great to do that all in one afternoon. So like sanding it back, whitewashing it, everything, and I recovered the mattress and everything. And it turned out great. It looks gorgeous, but I was in a world of pain that night. I don't think I've ever had that much back pain, ever. It was so bad. I could not get comfortable in bed, and I can still feel it today. Yesterday I wore my support belt all day. I didn't think that helped that much, but today I've been wearing it already this morning, and I took it off, so when I took photos and stuff, I wasn't all sucked in from the support belt. And I can definitely feel a difference, so that's going on. I have felt just, I guess the last few mornings I've woken up and just felt awful, and I kind of like, if I wasn't pregnant, I would think I was getting sick, like just flu-y, achy, exhausted, I don't want to do anything, that kind of feeling, which is normal for this stage, but it does make it hard to get up and face the day when you have 2 toddlers. I just want to like get into bed and go back to sleep. So yeah, but I know that it means we're near the end. Speaking of the end, I do not want it to be this weekend. There's 3 reasons I do not want to have this baby this weekend. One is that my childcare is out of town. Shane's parents are going to watch the 2 older children when we go to the hospital, and they're currently like 3 hours away. So really don't want to go into labor while they're not here. My dad could come over when my mum comes over, but they're an hour and a half away, so I mean that's just all dependent on if like how quickly I progress, if they can get here on time. And then there's my husband's grandparents, which is really a last resort because they're older and we don't want to, like, especially if it's the middle of the night, we don't want them driving, you know. So don't want her to come this weekend. It's also Annie's birthday on Saturday, which by the time you watched all this, it would have been gone. But it's her birthday, and I don't want 2 kids born on the same day. I mean, obviously it's not the end of the world. There are twins all over the world who survive. But ideally, I would like them to have their own days. And then the last reason, and pretty important one, is that my midwife is off duty this weekend. It's her weekend off, and that's absolutely fair enough. She needs a break too. But I would love to have her there for the birth, obviously, because I chose her. So praying that this baby stays in until Monday, the earliest. But we'll see what happens. You know, if she'll come, she comes. And praying that I don't go full term because I'm so done. And we're ready for her. Like, everything's here now. Her baby video monitor, I think, will arrive maybe today, tomorrow, Monday, really, really soon. And we got Jack's car seat sorted. We've got all 3 car seats fitted in the car, which is a tight squeeze, let me tell you, but it'll work until we can upgrade. And yeah, so we're like good to go. Everything's ready. I'm so tired though, and I keep thinking like, how the heck am I going to do labor? But I have to remind myself that you do get that wonderful rush of adrenaline, and you do just tend to get on with it. So yeah, I am slightly anxious about labor, which I think is just normal. It doesn't matter how many kids you've had. It's always the fear of the unknown, and it's always like, to me, I'm like, am I going to cope okay? Is it going to be like totally different from my other 2? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to expect. So whatever happens, happens. But I'm ready for her to come on Monday. Monday would be great. It would be great if I went into labor and had a daytime delivery instead of having to labor all night like I have with my previous 2, but who knows. My wonderful mother also dropped off a bunch of freezer meals. Like, I think she did like 11 meals. She's amazing. So could not be more grateful, because I just haven't had the energy to do that this time around. Like, I have done freezer meals. I think I've got like 1 in the freezer that I managed to do. It was like leftover soup. But other than that, I just haven't been able to get there, and so I really appreciate her doing that because it means I don't have to think about cooking for like pretty much 2 weeks. Who knows if I'll be here next week for an update. I'm really praying I'm not, but whatever, you know, just gotta kind of go with the flow at this point and hibernate and waddle along and be a beached whale. But yeah, so many things I'm looking forward to about not being pregnant now. But I'm also very grateful, and I can't wait to meet her. And thank you for watching, and I may or may not see you next week. If I do, okay. And otherwise, you'll see me in a Meet My Baby video. Okay? So, see you then. Bye-bye.